Lake Forest Podcast is supported by viewers, listeners, and businesses just like you. Michelle Parnell has lived and worked in Lake Forest for over 2 decades. Michelle's lending experience, when combined with her real estate expertise, makes her an invaluable asset to her clients as they navigate their home buying or selling process. Call Michelle now at 847-528-8721, 847-528-8721. For the best cannabis in the world, look no further than Iliad Epic Grow. Owned by Lake Bluff's own Rich Ruzich, they are a cannabis cultivation center focusing on hard-to-find small batch products that will delight both the occasional user and ganjier. When visiting Michigan, ask for it by name. Epic Products, exceptional process. For more information, email info@iliadgrow.com. Laracy & Company CPAs, founded in 2010 by Lake Forest's own Brian Laracy, specializes in tax preparation and bookkeeping services. Earning the People Love Us on Yelp award, their process is straightforward. Just upload, review, and file. For a free quote, visit LaracyCPA.com now. That's LARISEYCPA.com. I'm excited to share with you something special from our Lake Forest community, the Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa, located at 775 North Bank Lane in Lake Forest near Wisconsin Avenue. This just isn't any spa. They offer an amazing blend of traditional spa services plus the added benefit of medical procedures and treatments. In a relaxing and luxurious spa environment, you can enjoy a range of cosmetic and aesthetic treatments. These are all performed under the supervision of top medical professionals. The Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa provides skin care, facial rejuvenation, body contouring, laser hair removal, Botox, dermal fillers, chemical peels, and much more. What's great is that each treatment is tailored not just to enhance your appearance, but also to address specific skin concerns and to promote overall well-being. So if you're looking to pamper yourself and take your beauty routine to the next level, give the Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa a call at 224-768-8028 or visit them at their location on North Bank Lane. It's an experience your skin will thank you for. We'd also like to say we're thankful for our Patreon supporters, Otto, John C., Helen, Herrick, JM, and Paul G.
See you right back here.
USA!
Give me that smile.
USA! You know, you should have put Jeff Urso in that picture instead of me.
Why?
I don't mind it. I'm flattered that you did it, but I've never played a second of ice hockey. I played floor hockey in gym class. That's about it.
But you're missing your 2 front teeth, aren't you?
I should have. Racist to get them to where they were today. No, but Jeff Urso has actually played ice hockey.
Yeah.
And so I think he would be more deserving of the graphic than me, but that's fine. I'm flattered that you did it. Other people are like, how does he do that? I'm like, who cares? I'm flattered.
How does anybody do anything now?
People get so bent out of shape over stupid little stuff. I know some people get upset about some of your drawings of them and stuff. Your drawings and they're not even really drawings anymore. But just think of where you were like a couple of years ago with this versus now, how much the technology has changed. The stuff you had a couple of years ago looks like Etch-a-Sketch compared to this. Yeah.
Well, the early days of the podcast, there wasn't even video.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was like a tin can, like in the 1920s with the radio. So
I'm gonna do a little something different with this show, Joe.
What's that?
Is depending on whatever we talk about, I'm going to create an 8-track album. The Lake Forest Podcast, just music when you're cruising around town. I'm going to make a mixtape for everybody, all original stuff based on what we talk about today. How do you feel?
Oh, that's good.
That?
So it's going to be like word salad to music?
Till we train it up, yeah.
Or not word salad, but what's that, word clouds? You ever seen the word clouds from a meeting summary?
Oh, wait a minute here.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute here. Hold on.
2 for the price of 1 here.
Oh.
Skoo's back?
Is that what I'm seeing there?
What's up, boys?
Jeff Urso, man. How you doing, bro, Heim?
Jeff.
Same old shit, different day. How are you guys?
Boys,
What? What?
We're not worthy.
what's going
We're not
on?
worthy.
You hear me?
Because the snow all melted and the dog poop is back.
Skoo Walker.
No, can't hear you. Hang on.
Just like
He's
the
still
old days.
celebrating the Hoosiers winning the national championship. Wait till he finds out the hockey team won the gold medal.
Jeff Urso, congratulations on USA Hockey winning the gold.
Hey, thank you. That was all me. I want to just thank all the people that came with me. No,
And I heard you had a full house at Duffers and Brodsky's, huh?
yeah, it was great, dude. It was a great moment. Great moment for USA Hockey. So that was
Absolutely.
great. I want to give a quick shout out though to Team Canada. As a Blackhawks fan and as a USA Hockey fan, thank you for letting Connor Bedard rest.
Well played, sir.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm still in awe. We have Skoo Walker here. I'm going to have to really
It looks
compose.
like he's got some technical difficulties.
He's got some testicle difficulties. Yeah.
Yes.
Stop.
Oh, there we go.
We could see him. He can't see us.
Oh, he sees everything. This
Oh,
is,
there it is. There it is.
it's a
He
game.
sees you when you're sleeping. He sees you when you're no.
All right, Jeff,
Got bored today. Decided to jump in here.
thank you for helping us be bored
listen.
together.
I'm here for you.
Jeff, you want to address the 8-ton gorilla in the room? You made a little post this week. You want to address it? We'll move on and carry on however you
Oh
like.
yeah, sure. So I got and it's not bad. It's called hairy cell leukemia. Basically my spleen, I was in so much pain I didn't know what was going on. Went over to Lake Forest Hospital and they did some tests and they found out it was caused by leukemia, but it is probably one of the most treatable leukemias out there. So I feel like I'm in great hands with Lake Forest Hospital. They did a phenomenal job. The facility is incredible. So we're just lucky on that part of it. But as I'm sitting in a hospital bed for like 5 days straight, it just got me to think, that part of it's no big deal, right? I mean, you got a huge survival rate, no big deal. Just the tests and the procedures and the blood
Yeah.
drawn, and all this stuff, and I'm like, leukemia. You see it 1,000 times, this Lurie Children's Hospital thing, and you never really connect it, and you're like, oh my God, there's 10-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 12-year-olds going through all this, and I'm like, we got to make more awareness of that. I mean, I should have done a better job my whole life, and I never thought about it. So the bars were kind of launching a thing called Puck Cancer, which kind of ties into USA Hockey, and we're gonna raise our goal is to raise $10,000 for Lurie Children's Hospital in the next month. So we're doing things on Sundays where we do big give backs. We're selling T-shirts. We're doing all sorts of cool stuff, and we're trying to send Lurie's Children's Hospital a $10,000 check. So I'm trying to make a shit situation, make something good out of it. So that's about it.
Well, Jeff Urso, hang in there. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm good.
man.
I'm fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm
the
a
strength of this
40-year-old grown
podcast
man.
will
I'm a
carry
big
you
boy,
through.
so yeah, no big deal.
Skoo Walker, Indiana, congratulations. Are you finally over it, or it's still going on?
He's speechless.
Why?
You got to hit
You're muted, bud.
button.
You can't hear you, Skoo.
It's a hard time doing this stuff.
I thought you were playing.
Huh?
I thought you were playing with us again, Skoo.
No. It's it's amazing. Still haven't come down, but last night was brought back to reality since we are no longer a basketball school.
Wait, what?
Why
The
not?
Hoosiers basketball team isn't that good this year, is what he's saying. Right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that
No,
because
they
the transfer portal?
lost to Northwestern again.
Ouch. That's
Well, they are a good school.
But yeah, no, Indiana football school number one.
who'd
in
have
the
thought?
country.
Skoo would have thought. I wish we would have had him on during that whole time.
I mean, what, 2 years ago they were the worst team in the
2 years ago,
college football?
that would be 3 years ago, Joe.
3 years ago, I'm sorry. So, but they had they have overall the worst record in the history of,
Not anymore.
I know. It's like, wow. And Kurt Signetti, man.
Is
I
it
mean,
that NIL money, Skoo? Like you rented all the players and then
No,
including
it's good
Perdoza?
coaching. You hire
Okay.
the right coach, they come follow you.
Okay.
It's the NI, it's the portal, the money. I mean, it's impossible to follow college football now. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me
I
Yeah,
wrong.
didn't
it's called
realize,
DraftKings.
until when they were in the playoffs and then ultimately the national championship. I didn't realize that Indiana has the largest alumni base of any college in the country. I never knew that. It's amazing.
Yep. You
Really?
baby. Name the only school that has ever had an undefeated national champ basketball and football team. I'll give you a hint. IU.
How you doing?
Exactly 50 years apart, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Is that like Larry Bird? Was that
Larry Bird
Before
couldn't
Larry, it was
handle it at
before.
Indiana. He left Indiana.
he
He was
left
at Indiana State.
He was at Indiana his freshman year.
Oh, okay. But
Okay.
he made March Madness with Indiana State, who I don't think we've ever heard from again since he left. But yeah, that
Couldn't handle
Bobby
Coach
Knight's
Knight.
team was amazing. I'm actually old enough to remember Bobby Knight's undefeated basketball team. That was I was a little guy, but I remember it.
I'm sure that'll make the algorithm. Hey, Skoo, you got the radar done?
Hang on a second. No, I don't.
You didn't eBay it, did you?
No, I think I dropped it in your mailbox.
Oh, shut up. You sold it, didn't you?
Made a couple bucks. I just stand out in the driveway now. That's the funniest thing.
That's all you got to do now.
Come to screeching halts when they see me in the driveway.
You know what we need is those fluorescent cutouts, but it's got to be of Skoo Walker, slow down.
With a radar gun.
Yeah.
So I got the cutout guy behind my hostess
We
stand,
need a speed bump or two.
and people, Skoo, don't get me started, please. This is my zone.
Bumpity bumpity bump.
Oh my God. But the cutout, that works. Like people come in and they ask them like table for two, and then they freak out when they see it's a cutout. So
Yeah.
you got to get school up there.
So, Skoo, you've been away a while, and I can only imagine Saturday mornings as you're walking your dogs and you're kicking the ground saying, I can't believe those idiots said, what are some of the topics that came to mind that you said, you know what? I got to set the record straight. Skoo, anything?
Oh my God. It's only a limited show.
That's true. But I could see the
You didn't
eyeballs
prep
coming
me
up.
on this.
Well, we got a lot of stuff
There's
going
nothing
on.
to correct. You guys, it's all your opinions.
Okay.
Everyone's got one.
All right. Well, we haven't had your opinion. Would you rather have a tree on Deer Path or a parking spot?
Well, you're right on that, Pete.
Oh, hear that, Joe?
Everyone's, as Skoo just said, no one's right or wrong. It's everyone's opinion.
Well, no, Pete, you're right on that. The
Oh.
trees replace parking spots. That is not
I do think that if I was the owner of Sweets, I would be a little bit concerned that there's less. Sweets is the kind of place that a lot of people like to run into. And
that's all right. They're
grab
going to
their ice
shut down
cream.
that Bank Lane there anyway, so Sweets will have the street.
There you go.
Well, but also with Sweets, that place, I mean, I don't know how many times I almost hit somebody coming out of there. So I agree with doing something over there. That makes sense. Or at least put the sign up in the middle of the road. You put the trees up and you take the sign and the crosswalk down.
Watching the people coming out of Sweets, one hand they got their phone and one hand they got their ice cream, and boy, they can't see a thing.
Don't mix those two up. How many broken teeth have happened from somebody
Don't
chewing
text
into
and
their
drive,
iPhone?
but don't eat ice cream and text.
That's worse.
No, it's more fun to watch though, because taking a face plant with the ice cream in your nose.
Okay. What else, Skoo, has come up that was an issue that you like, you know what? I wish I would have said this. I mean, I've been dying. You've been away this long. Should you just go away and come back in another 3 months?
Oh, I could. I just get all these emails and all these people telling me I got to go back. It's been, like I'm popular or something.
Well, you're one of the cool kids.
Dude, you got to go back on the show. It's like, Pete's dying out there. What happened to the old days? I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, talk about dying in the old days. We got caucus stuff coming up, don't we? I get all these emails coming in, Joe Weiss. You want to clue us in that we got to pay attention? That'll fire up Skoo Walker.
I mean, there's caucus elections coming up for ward stuff. Everyone got their postcards, so
Yeah, caucus has got to fill their bylaws. They got not enough 9 people on all the board or the wards.
Wards.
They're violating
Volunteer.
their charter and their bylaws by not having those filled.
So
let's
what
get
is
more
it?
people to volunteer.
That'll
More.
fire some people up, right, Pete?
Like what's
9
next?
is the requirement. 9 is the requirement each ward.
Well,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is a very special show now.
oh goodness.
We got a special show now. I think the viewership just went up 18%.
Now it's 28.
So we got the caucus coming up. Perfect timing. What we have to vote on the ward chairs, all the officers and all that. Is that what we're dealing with?
No. The only thing the public votes for are fill in the ward seats.
Okay.
Period.
All right. Fill in the ward seats. So make sure we do that.
That's what the ward members, that's why they're elected to take care of all the caucus business, not involve us.
Susan Garrett, Senator Susan Garrett, Skoo Walker, all in the same show. I don't know where to be. I'm
We
perplexed.
just need Philippe and Lurie, and we got a whole caravan here.
Get the Brady Bunch.
Can you hear
He
me?
did text me this morning that he couldn't. He's coming back from Springfield. He'd try to make it, but obviously he's not on.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, we're all here.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Susan.
Oh, this is your fan club, right?
Yeah. Well,
Skoo, it's good to see you.
Susan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm in California
I
playing golf.
never catch you. You're always running off the golf course when I'm pulling in.
I know, and I'm not getting any better. It's really getting depressing. My handicap is too high.
I felt a little offended at times because I saw you there and you ducked your head going into your car. I don't know if it was like you're avoiding me.
oh, that's
I
about
never
right.
notice anybody around. I know I'm always depressed when I leave the course.
Me too.
Well, we got the whole family together. What are we going to
Yeah.
talk about, Susan? What have you been like every Saturday morning? You're driving in your car and you're like, those idiots, bam. What did we get wrong?
No, I listen to you usually when I work out. So it
Yeah,
goes
okay.
kind of, it
You made
works.
your routine.
because
Okay.
If I get frustrated, I can just pump harder.
So,
So I have a couple of things I want to bring up.
all right, let's go. Log on to fire, baby.
Okay, so now I know you guys are going to go, ooh, but how
Yeah.
come the caucus, what's it called? The leadership committee, not the slate, the president, vice
Yeah.
chair, they're all men.
Oh,
Are you not talking about that?
I'm still stuck with Nancy Novet when I was told we had to elect her because she was a woman. That's how
Well,
this all started.
Okay, don't try to divert the.
Oh, I'm
real-
sorry. I hate to divert my facts with your conclusions,
No,
but it's all men. Okay, why is that? The president's a woman. What is she doing?
not anymore. It's the proposed slate.
Wait, hold on. Skoo's waving at.
Be nice to me, Skoo.
Well, I mean, it has nothing to do with whether it's a man or a woman. Being, Pete, you can attest this on the caucus committee.
Yeah.
I think everyone's asked in the group who wants to be on the committee or the executive committee.
Yeah.
And at least when I was in it for this 5 years or whatever it was, I was on there. There are a lot of alligator arms when that comes to fruition.
Mm.
So I think it's not necessarily, oh my gosh, there's no women. I will bet you a dime that not too many people raised their hands. I can guarantee you there wasn't
I get it, but
36
why
people
didn't they
raising their
raise-
hand going, I'll do it.
But why didn't they? I mean, it just seems so odd to me in this day and age.
Have you not been following in the last several years the caucus and all the trials
I
and
have,
tribulations they've been
yeah.
going through?
Yeah.
You
Well, I
know,
think if you had a woman at the helm, maybe you wouldn't have, well, we just did.
we
have-
do.
We
I was
just
about to
did.
say with
We do.
Regina.
Right.
And we had one before that too.
Yeah.
One that
Sheila.
kicked Pete off. Oh no, I mean Pete was sorry.
I resigned.
I believe Alderman Weber used to be the president of the caucus.
No,
so-
there's been a good mix, but I can tell you it's not you don't have 36 members in those meetings raising their hands. And it's a good mix of women and men anyway in the wards when they
Yeah.
are filled.
Yeah.
But I can almost guarantee you there was a lot of alligator arms every year going up.
Okay, so nothing to worry about.
Susan, I'll point to the podcast right here where I
No.
resigned because I was told to elect a gender if all things were equal. I said, I'm out. So I know that's not the case. Is it
Okay.
possible that the case is that we have too many people on the committee? Nine.
I would say there's so much confusion on how the caucus operates. They've mid 2000s changed everything, and that's why these bylaws are all an issue because they're just again, the only people that vote for caucus stuff are the 36 people that are elected. Somehow several years ago that got changed and it's chaos.
Yeah.
We
I
shouldn't be
know.
voting for caucus. The only people we vote for are the ward representatives.
Right.
You let the the caucus do their job, and they're the ones that the 36 nominate and elect their executive board.
But
not
the
public.
officers do get the
Not the
officers
public.
do. But the public does vote on the officers at the annual meeting, Skoo.
No, they don't.
Yes,
That
they do.
No, Joe. Again, you're wrong.
President, are you talking about the
Respect.
president and the vice
Running-
president?
By the way, Joe's going to be, he's running for third ward caucus.
You let it out of the bag there. That
Wait,
I was-
what?
Yeah, Joe's finally
I
decided.
didn't want to take advantage of the podcast to promote me over these other fine people.
Joe's-
But
Well, Joe's in
finally-
there, but the
I
podcast
was-
is on there. And hey, Pete, I guess the podcast is good now with the caucus.
Hey.
who
Joe's
said it was
finally
bad?
decided-
No one
Well,
said it
every
was
time you interviewed for a caucus position, it's like, I'm sorry, but
You know, look,
Podcast.
I didn't want to. Since
Joe,
since the
how
senator brought,
Tell anybody, it's out, it's in the.
Yeah,
mail.
well, Joe,
It's
what did
out,
you make the
but
announcement?
I
Be
didn't. I don't think.
transparent,
Look,
Joe.
I-
Joe, be transparent.
let me be very clear. So I'm going to read the other names of the candidates. To be fair,
Oh,
Donna
you've got it
Callan,
right there.
James Crawford III, John Malloy, and Jock Zuricott. I hope I pronounced Jock's
Yeah,
name
3
correct.
times
But,
fast.
He's from Lake Forest
they're all
College.
fine people. They're all great people, and if they get picked over me, I won't lose a wink of sleep. I'm sure the caucus is in good hands either way. Skoo's got his ballot. You fill it out yet, Skoo? No, you haven't, man.
Wait,
Come
is
on.
Joe in there?
Joe
I am.
is in there. He didn't.
I think
tell
it's a
anybody, was he
1984
not?
picture.
No, it's a newer picture. That
No
was
wonder
from
you got
work.
a new profile.
It was a picture from work that they.
Well, anyway, Joe,
Doctored him,
hopefully you
but-
get on there and you'll understand what I've been talking about. But
Look,
no,
if I do,
the-
I
the-
do.
the
I was
executive-
asked, as you know, Skoo. Let me just finish, and then you can say whatever you want.
Well, what about me? I was the one that brought it up. Why didn't you tell anybody?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to use this show to promote it. To be honest,
Oh, that is.
I didn't think it was fair to the other folks. I really didn't. I didn't think it was. So, they're all good folks, and if people choose
Anybody
me, great.
that's
If
on
they
that
don't,
card
they
gets-
don't. I won't lose any sleep over it. It's not. I don't live or die by that stuff. So.
If they printed you out on the brochure, you're in.
Yeah, well, no, it's vote for 4, and there's 5, so I might be the 5th. I might come in 5th. This show will take me into 5th. I don't know.
Jeff, are you still with us? Are you okay with all this?
I don't think
know-
John Turkla will vote
Nah,
for
I'm
me,
just-
but
yeah,
that's
no, I'm
fine.
just reading Sports Center over here.
Okay, good. Joe, seriously, I had no idea. That shows you that I got to look at.
I debated whether to say anything or not, and I said, you know what? I don't want to use the show to promote myself.
Okay, so you're in.
But Senator, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully it gets me more votes than it loses, but thanks.
Okay, I have a few more things to
Oh,
bring up.
okay. Hold, let's go.
So, Joe, I noticed you didn't put on your bio that you are a collaborator on the podcast.
That's not true. It says it's the last line.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in California. I didn't get it. But here's
It's
what I-
right here. It says, and co-host the Lake Forest
the Lake
podcast.
Forest podcast. Okay. So
That's
you
how
didn't
far
put
this
down-
has come.
I know what you didn't put down. You didn't put down your employment.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. First
Yeah.
line, first sentence, Susan.
What does it say?
Director of
Right.
retail sales for the Illinois Lottery. Come on, everyone
Okay.
knows that.
VICE.
Public knowledge.
By the
Okay.
way, Joe,
I
thanks
just,
for
I
those
don't, I won't
tickets.
discuss the operations of the lottery on the show. It's not, it's in our
Or the
rules.
caucus, as you will find out.
No, and I would never discuss, if I get on, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it, but certainly what happens in the caucus should stay in the caucus.
So Joe, when you interviewed her to do this, did they tell you you have to step off the
I'm not
podcast
going to
in order do that?
discuss how the interviews went. I think that's out of respect for the members of the caucus.
He's
That's his training.
already being non-transparent.
No, oh, please. I'm far more transparent than the non-transparent LF4T is. with
Oh,
their
and let me
finances.
bring that up while
I knew
Oh,
you
Susan
would.
is on a roll, baby. Go, Susan, go.
I've only had a half a cup of coffee. So you filed your complaint and then you had a hearing yesterday, I heard,
Yeah,
filing against Lake Forest for transparency.
correct. And yeah, it's a private preliminary hearing. It was not open to the public. Which is the state board's decision, not mine.
Yeah.
And it went fair. I think, I was there. Turkla was not there. He had, what's the attorney's name? The Bernie Sanders attorney that tried to get Trump kicked off the ballot in Illinois.
Too much inside
he was
baseball.
he was at the LF4T.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. So I'm not hiring an attorney for that. I'll let the decision stand on it. It was Ed Mullen. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to forget.
Oh,
your
I know
name
Ed
there.
Mullen.
Yeah, I think you know Ed Mullen from Shields Township. He gets around. Look, I presented my views on it. I've said it before on this show that I think that it's unfair to the caucus that there's an organization out there spending money that's not disclosing that. And if they are a non-for-profit, as they claim, though that doesn't check out with the IRS. But if they are, I don't think it's appropriate that donations to them are tax deductible when donations to the caucus are not tax deductible. I think tax deductible donations should be for causes like Jeff's charity that he's working with Lurie Children's Hospital, or all the other mothers' trusts,
Way
which
to
I know
go,
you're involved
Jeff.
with, Senator, and stuff. What?
I said, way to go, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we'll see. I mean, Ed presented his side that they're not involved in general elections, so therefore they can do this. I disagree, and we'll let the process play out. But if they get through on the technicality that they're not involved in general elections, which I don't agree with.
That's not a technicality. That's a fact.
Okay. Well, in any event, if they get through on that, then I'm going to question their nonprofit status with the IRS. I'll be very blunt with you on that.
So what's your end game?
My end game is I want them to disclose. I want them to show us the money, like the caucus shows us the money. Susan, you have been a very strong advocate for campaign reform over the years at the state level, and I appreciate that. Okay, but why do you think it's appropriate that there's a group doing paid text messages? My wife and I got the text messages and we're not on their list. So obviously they bought a list somewhere. Blast emails, printed yard signs. They've done brochures in the past, hiring Mr. Mullen as an attorney. That costs money. All these things. All I ask is that they disclose who's paying for it and what they're spending their money on, as the caucus does.
So,
and as every other candidate in the state does.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you, but I did chair and actually start a 501c3, which is a not-for-profit. And you do disclose once a year in an annual report your donations.
You disclose the number. You don't disclose the names.
Yeah, I
Only
think
the
you do.
IRS sees the names.
You file it, it's filed through the IRS, it's usually buried, so it's impossible to get. I don't know.
It's on, there's an IRS website.
Right.
That you can look it up. And I looked up, LF4T is nowhere to be found on it. But I looked up several other charities just to see what they disclose. And they'll disclose some of their budgets, they'll disclose their amounts of contributions, but the donors to a charity are not listed like they are for a campaign. And like I said, for groups like Mother's Trust or Lurie Children's or Fill a Heart for Kids, that is between that, who's donating to them is between the charity, and obviously the IRS.
So you can argue the technicalities and all that.
Well, but it's not a technicality, Susan. They're hiding their donations. Who's paying for it?
They're a
Why can't we know? What are they hiding from us that they won't just tell us who's giving us their money? That's all I'm asking.
Susan, your thoughts?
This is not a post hearing. All I'm saying is that 501c3s, I don't know if they are doing it right or wrong. I can't tell you that. I'm not part of that. But a 501c3 is very different than a PAC. And you're a PAC, because you are now a caucus candidate, probably going to be elected. It's very different. It's like comparing apples with oranges. And I think you're trying to do that. And I think it's incorrect to do that, because they are filed with different organizations, it's a whole different approach.
Yeah, but they're using their oranges to beat the caucus's apples.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They just did by getting the 62%.
I just want to clarify what I think is going on.
Look, I understand your point of view. I don't agree with it. Obviously, you don't agree with mine. I'm going to let the process play itself out. But I'll tell you one thing in this, Senator. For them to use the word transparency in their name and not being transparent with who's donating to them like the caucus does speaks volumes.
You don't understand. It is information that is filed once a year, and that is after you file for your employee identification number, EIN. It takes time. It's a whole different ball of wax.
Well, they started in 2023, I believe, and we are now in 2026, and there's nothing on the IRS website.
Who cares?
And I would add that on the Illinois Secretary of State website, where they are listed, they're listed as not in good standing.
Hey, Joe, who cares besides you?
I don't either, but she's bringing it up.
Well, no, you're doing the whole.
You know what? I'm going to let the process play itself out, Senator. And they may very well be within the letter of the law, but they're not within the spirit of the law. And you, as an advocate for campaign finance reform over the years at the state level, should know that better than anyone. Because I think if the shoe were on the other foot and the caucus wasn't telling us who their donors were, LF4T would be all over that.
As again, it's apples and oranges, but that's okay. I don't want to take up any more time. I just wanted to.
Oh, no, don't worry, Joe. They'll put the muzzle on Joe pretty soon.
Joe has been a busy guy lately.
Yeah.
Only you knew.
Skoo, you've been biting at your lip there. What's
No, who cares? I mean, Joe, you keep saying they swayed the last vote. They didn't.
Well,
it was
I disagree with that. I think that the text message got enough people out to get it from 66 down to 62%. So yes, it did.
Okay.
Did it? Look, we never know in any election why did Donald Trump win? Why did anybody win in any election? But the fact of the matter is that the caucus. Here's why it matters. Skoo, here's why it matters. The caucus has to disclose all of its donations and expenditures.
You'll find out if you get elected on the caucus how much donations. The donations to the caucus are so minimal. Only they rise up when there is a contested election.
Well, maybe the caucus should start a foundation so they can raise money and people can write it off.
They don't need to raise money.
Skoo, do you think and I'm not dragging you into it, Skoo, but Senator, do you think it's appropriate that donations to LF4T are tax deductible to pay for yard signs that say vote no?
So they are allowed to promote educational issues and causes. They can't get involved in a Democratic election or a Republican election. So that is the difference.
So you think it's
That's what
appropriate
I'm
that
saying.
if
You're
someone gives a
taking-
check to
What?
them,
Let
if
the
someone
lady
writes a
finish.
check to LF4T, you think it's appropriate they get a tax that they can write that off their income taxes?
Well,
Who
it's a
cares?
not-for-profit and they're supporting a cause for divulging information. That's how they would say that.
Divulging what? Why can't they divulge their finances like the caucus does?
Joe, you're picking a fight with me, and
I'm
saying
not. You brought it up.
I'm saying to you that it's a different type of organization. They are allowed to do what they do. They may be found in arrears for making payments or whatever the deal is. I don't know.
Well, we'll let
But
the process play out. But for them to
PAC
use the word transparency is a joke.
Really noted. Jeff,
Joe,
help.
a PAC
All right,
has-
all right.
Get your energy back. Help.
No, I got.
What's
I'm
going
doing
on
some
at the
listening.
bars?
So here's where I got to tie it all.
Oh
in.
boy.
All right. So Susan, have you heard of Vote Lake Bluff?
No.
That's
Okay.
Lake Bluff.
Well, no, but hold on. Here's the issue. This is what I'm saying. This is why
The
this
Lake
is
Forest
all important.
podcast.
Yeah.
So
Continue.
you stay on Oakwood, okay? You haven't even left that street in 6 years.
I
All right.
love Oakwood. I think that's a cool street.
Actually, Jeff, get it right when you see this is you asked what confuses me on
Just
this.
messing with you.
It's not 6 years. I've been here for 31 years. I
No,
know.
I know. I'm
Straight. He's
saying-
he never left the block.
Never left the buck.
Get the facts.
But
Do you
so
have a
okay, so
Facebook
Vote Lake
picture?
Bluff, which I think is
No
not
vacations,
it's not a caucus, it's not a 501c3, it's not any of these things. What they do is they created an organization, they take donations, and then they somehow endorse people, but it's really like 6 people running this thing. So the only fear I think people have in these organizations, in what you guys are arguing back and forth about is where the money's coming from and who really is controlling it, because it's like an endorsement people think they're part of, but it's really like a few people controlling everything. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but at least that's how I perceive it.
Okay,
And
I'm
like I said,
walking-
Ed Mullen was the attorney who tried unsuccessfully to remove Donald Trump from the ballot in the state of Illinois.
Well, he also tried to unsuccessfully put someone on a ballot that did everything incorrectly, and he lost that too. So I don't know Ed personally. I only hear, so I don't know this guy other than that. But
And it really
we had-
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I only had interactions with him because of Vote Lake Bluff, but that was it. But I think Joe and Susan, I think you guys both make, but I think everyone should just call a spade a spade. Joe, you're on the red team. Susan's on the blue team. Everyone knows that. Just put it out there. Everyone's
Yeah.
fine with it. You know what I mean? And then
I'm
like,
not on the
But
blue
here's the
team.
thing with the 14.
Wait a
I
minute.
disagree with
You're
a
in
lot of
California.
I am not on a blue team.
well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you with that. I meant to say like there's 2 different issues.
Wait, if you're a Democrat, are you should you be offended?
I'm
No,
not. No, I'm.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
I consider myself very, very independent.
That's
I
and that's
vote-
great. I do as well, Susan. I think in everything I've heard you talk about has been very independent. So I don't want you to
Speaking
misunderstand what
about
I'm saying.
politics and
Oh my
independence,
gosh.
Philippe Melin.
But I think you guys. But I
If we
think
ever
you
got a
guys are just-
coordinated start time to this show, it'd be great.
Yeah, I think you guys are just going back and forth on issues like in Lake Forest. I just don't know. I mean, I think Susan brought up some great points last week about the whole voting thing that I dug into afterwards and I learned more about. And Joe, I agreed with you at first until I learned about what Susan said. And that kind of made sense with the remote voting thing. I was like, the online passive thing just was not something I would actually get behind. So 100%. So on these
So
kinds
you voted no. Oh, you can't vote.
I can't vote. But I still think people have the right for access to voting. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
so. I think that's really important.
Pete and I came up with was it Pete, Joe, and I came up with a solution for this.
Yeah.
To do the pilot program, mail-in ballots.
Yeah, get something
Just
certified
see
and
if
call it a
there's
day.
any real interest.
I got an idea. Maybe the caucus should do what they originally are supposed to do. It's not a vote for the public. It's internal. You never have these issues.
They have bylaws, so, and they have to abide by, get rid of the bylaws?
No, the bylaws are, tell me a nonprofit out there where they want to change the bylaws and it's taken to the public.
Well, we're all
Thank you.
members. I think it's the way the caucus is structured. We're all
That
members.
changed like 15, 20 years ago. They changed that process internally. That's why the bylaws disappeared for so many years. Pete, chime in on that.
Only for 4 months. During my
The
resignation
caucus is-
year.
The
Well, I
only
could-
vote,
Hey, by the way,
only
Joe,
vote-
when you become president, I have 1 year of eligibility left.
the only
I
vote that
I will be your vice president, Joe.
The chances of me making it that far up the ladder are slim to none, baby.
No, I think you'd be perfect. I really do.
But duly noted that you
Vice President.
you have a year of
Jansons, thank you.
NCAA eligibility left in college football too.
Hey, Joe, I got a question for you. I'm trying to fill out this thing, and I know you have just such a whatever for transparency, but a lot of those people are in the third ward. Are you
They're
gonna
all in the
recruit-
third ward. That's
Are
how
you
it
going to
works.
recruit them onto the caucus?
What do you mean? They're already raising their hand to be on the caucus now.
They did,
Are they?
some people did and never got a call back.
Yeah, I know, Joe, but it has to go through the third ward
We have to
before they
vote.
get appointed to any.
You know what? We'll cross that bridge when it happens, Skoo.
When
I
is-
don't
when
want
is
to. I
the
don't want
vote?
to
Answer.
prejudge something I would do if I win an election, which I don't
Good
know. If
answer.
When is the vote?
you have to return the postcard, I believe, by
April
does it
3rd.
say on April 1st?
3rd.
3rd, excuse me. April 3rd has to be returned by April 3rd. So if people
And,
look,
and it's
I
different.
am sure
this year.
there is going to be a group of folks who vote for everyone but me, and if
And it's
if it
different.
prevails, so be it. I won't lose any sleep.
Will there be
And
lawn
it's
signs?
different.
No, there will not be. I
Usually-
will not do any lawn signs. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not spending a dime.
Usually that goes out to all the voters in your household. It is different this year. It is one, however many voters you have in your household, you have to fill it out on that one form.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
I did not
That
read
changed?
the
I thought it
whole
was.
form.
I thought that was the same. Look, I've only been here
I
for
did
3
not
years.
read that form, and I
as
sent an email
LF4T
into
noted on their website.
This
but,
is why. This is why I don't come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we are making arrangements to mail the card to our kids to get it back and signed.
Wait,
And
hold
actually,
on. All right, go ahead, Skoo.
Thank you.
Wait,
You asked.
explain that to me
I just want
again.
to point
So
out.
you've got
Wait, hold
one-
on.
I'm going to see my daughter this weekend, and she's going.
Okay, Skoo.
Thanks.
Donata.
No, it's I had called.
You have the
or
floor. Go.
Sent an email in saying, where's all the other forms? And was corrected. It's all on one form. So everyone has to vote on that one form in your household. So get out your little microscope, your thing, because it's really small to do.
Or sorry, Susan, auto pen.
That's the 46th president.
Sorry, we digress. Philippe, what's going on at Parents Care? Why do I care? Anything new coming on? What have you uncovered, sir?
Yeah, there's a couple issues that are bubbling around. A student wrote a really good article in the Lake Forest Scout a couple weeks ago talking about the quality and the pricing of the food at the high school. Sort of a critical article. And they allege in that article that that our kids are paying, significantly more than the kids at Naperville High School who have the same vendor. So we're kind of digging deep to kind of figure out why there's this,
Is it Quest? Is the vendor
Quest? Yeah, we're trying to figure out if Quest is charging more or if the school is kind of doing a markup, sort of a vig on the thing or whatever. But sort of seems suspicious. And obviously there's some kids. The school, I think, did respond with some, I would say, like PR stuff for Quest and saying that they're looking on improving kind of food options that the kids want, stuff like that. So that's one issue. I don't have too much insider information. We're doing some FOIAs and trying to figure out, kind of dig into it. So
I can fill you in on some of it.
Oh,
if you want.
perfect.
How much is caviar?
So
Yeah, how
we're
much
like,
is it?
Probably about 7, 8 years ago, most schools either went one of two ways, right? They either had these kind of contracts with like Quest or Sodexo or whatever, or they used actual like local places and stuff like that, and then they just sold it to the kids. So, for instance, like Lake Bluff Middle School, Lake Bluff Elementary, they get all their food from local restaurants. They bring it in, and the parents have a form the day before, and blah blah blah. So it's all pre-ordered, pre-done, pre-labeled, right? So it's whether it's Donati's or Luke's or Jimmy John's or Chipotle, it's all going over to the schools, and that's kind of how they do their hot lunch program. Kids that can't afford it, there's a program set inside so that the school picks up the tab. So all kids have access to hot lunch, and it's coming direct from the vendors. They negotiate a cheap rate with the restaurants, or less expensive rate if you want, a volume rate, however you want to call it. So Lake Forest High School used to do that actually. So like back in 2011, 2012, 2013. So it was like Bufo's, it was Donati's, there's a bunch of other local places. And then they gave the contract to Quest. And then Quest is your typical lunch lady cafeteria food. You know what I mean? So it's like you get that lasagna that was made in a factory somewhere that was microwaved to perfection and then
Jeff, the
served.
only pizza that's better than yours is a 1980s lunchroom pizza, Chicago public schools system. Thank you. Continue.
There you go. But so the thing is with these Quest and Sodexo companies, they mass produce like a Tostito quality, right? Like a lower end, like mass produced thing. And they charge a premium rate and that's how everyone makes a lot of money off of that. So I'm dead against those Quests and Sodexos. I think they should go back to supporting local. They could use it. There's so many restaurants in town, Peanut Gallery, everybody else, that would be more than happy to jump all over this. They get pricing direct from the vendors, so there's no middleman. The school does not profit off of any of them that order direct from vendors. They only it's Quest that's making the money. It's not the school, just so you know.
But the schools went to these outsourcing of food services back in the 90s. I can speak firsthand to this because it was at that point in time more cost efficient than hiring your own staff, paying them benefits,
Sure,
all of that stuff, purchasing the food yourself and all
right.
that. And at first, back in the 90s, kids were like, this is much better than the old school lunch program that they had with, as Pete said, the Chicago
Lunchables
pizza.
used to be a good thing.
It wasn't the Chicago style pizza. It was
the peanut butter cookie. Thank you.
It was peanut butter and jelly, bologna, and a very bad pizza back when I was in grade school.
Niles Township too.
But in any event, that said, I think it's moved over the years in a bad direction. I think RFK Jr. has, and Philippe Crick may help me out on this. RFK Jr. has called out a lot of the school lunch stuff as part of the Make America Healthy Again movement that he's leading. So I don't know. And as far as the pricing goes, I mean, that reminds me of what I always call the Lake Forest tax, which isn't a tax by any government. It's by companies and businesses that when they see your addresses in Lake Forest, they charge you more than if you lived in,
Well, Naperville is a pretty affluent area as well. So
Yeah.
you could.
I'm definitely trying to figure out.
Naperville's a nice place, but I bet you Lake Forest is more affluent than that.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
we're
what it all comes down
Naperville.
to? What a board will pass, right? So
Yeah.
maybe trustees on that board in Naperville were a little more raised some eyebrows on pricing versus a board that,
It's also competitive. These are usually competitive bids, and there's usually we had like
on these
we had
food
5
service
companies
contracts.
bid on ours back in the day.
One thing that we have heard, and this is not verified, but we have heard that the school sets the prices on the food. So we're looking into making sure that the school isn't taking a piece off the top or something, or if they are, people should know about it. Because
let's get Matt Montgomery back on to explain.
You might also on this issue, Pete, we could try to find the kid, maybe the kid who wrote the article. I think supporting student journalism is fantastic. Scouts, Lake Forest Scouts put a lot, and this guy, might have some better information than me. So maybe we could try to track him down somehow.
They had a really good journalist last year do a profile on Skoo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I had a couple other little issues maybe we could talk about.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yep. Another issue is This is independent of us, some families in town, particularly at the 67, which is the elementary school in Lake Forest, started to take a real interest in technology and the role of, they call it EdTech, education technology in the school, and kind of questioning you know the wisdom of bringing so much in without kind of data to support it. And so we reached out to them. We actually put out Parents Care. We put out a community survey. We got a lot of responses, and it really started to see that there we think there's a lot of real interest in the community about questioning the value of EdTech. And I recently read a book called Digital Delusion by Ed Hovarth. He's a neuroscience, and he has a very critical take on ed tech. And so, any event, we're pulling together people in the community who are interested in this issue, and there are quite a few, to try to make sure that the decisions being made, bringing in technology into our kids' classrooms. For those of you who don't know, who don't have kids in middle school or high school, every kid's got laptops. Up until very recently, when we put out an email, the school responded by removing YouTube from the laptops that are issued by the school. But we think that there's a lot more to it. And maybe I'm not doing a very good job of articulating the issue, but just the data, according to Ed Hovarth, this book I read, shows that there's no data that shows that technology is improving education outcomes. And in fact, it's doing worse. We have lower education attainability across, not just in Lake Forest, but everywhere, this generation than previous generations for the first time in a long time. And there's some real reasons to explain why technology isn't conducive to real deep learning. And so we're going to be kind of emerging over the next couple of months to try to give voice to some of the members of the community, make sure that they're heard, and try to make sure that the decisions being made about bringing technology into our classrooms is data driven, and that it's designed primarily to help education outcomes and not so much to make administration of education easier. And that's kind of what we suspect, is that technology really makes it easier to administer education, but it's not necessarily helping the kids. And so it should be kids first, not administrators first. So that's a big issue coming up, and we'll be doing it. I'll be speaking at this school board meeting next month during the 3 minutes.
The high school or the grade school?
I'm going to be focusing on the grade school primarily.
So 67?
Yeah, I think the issue is more acute at the younger ages. I think that's just my preference anyway. I think and I think the school board at 67 would be more receptive to hearing this message than the one at 115.
I've often wondered the effect of all the screens on these kids at such a young age. And I was talking to an eye doctor the other day, and he pointed out that kids' vision has gotten worse because of all these screens in his observations. So I know Pete's a big electronic, no paper guy, but maybe, we need to wait until they get a certain age before that happens. Because it's affecting their vision, it's affecting their posture. There's a whole bunch of effects of this,
and their ability to deep learn. Like here's just sort of like a very simple way to understand it. This helped me understand it. But like, when you're learning, you have to develop deep knowledge early. So technology can be very helpful if you're already an expert in something, like an AI, something, or a text. So if you already know how to do addition, a calculator can be very helpful to help you do it. But if you only know how to do addition on a calculator, then you're never really learning how to do addition. You're fully dependent on the tool. And if you extrapolate that to a lot of different things, like spelling with spell check, and the ability to sit still and map out physical paper when you're learning, neuroscientists really say that the learning process isn't best on the screens, and that we need to be able to deep learn the skills, and then later on in life the technology can help. But if you start to deep learn at the very beginning on something on technology, you really run the risk of shortchanging yourself. So I think it's a big issue. I think it's not just a Lake Forest, Lake Bluff issue. I think it's not just unique, but I've always say that Lake Forest is a great town. And we have some of the smartest, most talented people in the world in this town. And we don't have to just follow along with culture necessarily and say, hey, well, if every other school is putting laptops in front of third graders, we should too. I think we have the ability to slow down thing and say, really, let's look at the data. Let's make sure this is a good idea for our kids so that we're not shortchanging and making a big mistake that may be irreversible, on accident. So.
Oh, quite the podcast.
Yeah, sorry. It's a serious one, but yeah.
Well, no, people driving around Saturday morning, they got a lot to chew on here.
Yeah. Well, if anybody wants to be part of this, I'm looking for more people to help us out. And that book, Jared Hobart, Digital Delusion, is a great book to read, I think. So
Where do they go to reach you? What's the website?
parentscare.org.
Boom. Skoo, last one, and we'll let everybody leave. I believe one of the issues that we had was Lake Forest area athletes in the Super Bowl and big moments. We missed some. Do you want to knock out those? And if Skoo misses them, Jeff, could you go in? Because I have gotten a lot of comments about that. And we're all about getting things right here at the Lake Forest Podcast.
Well, football wise, I mean, there's not too many Lake Forest people that have made it to the pros. One besides Riley, I mean, I guess his last name was Dubonnet way back in the 70s. I think he played with the Redskins, but not Super Bowl. And Jeff had mentioned Matt Grievers and his sister.
Swimmer.
Which I think having that many medals is a lot bigger than Super Bowl, but we had some in the
Hillary Knight is now a gold medalist too.
Yeah. I mean, the baseball, there's a couple Bennis brothers that played in the pros. I mean, there's not a
Caleb Durbin.
I got one for you that we all missed though.
Go.
I thought about after the show. Rob Pelinka. So he was
he didn't play pros, but he
didn't play pros, but he was the president of the Lakers, right? So he's got to have six rings.
Yeah.
So he's and he grew up with Vince Vaughn and all those guys. So that whole group was pretty successful. So, but Rob Pelinka, sports wise, is probably one of the most successful person to move on from Lake Forest High School in sports.
How do we get Vince Vaughn on this show? I think he's the Pete Jansons of Hollywood. Or I'm the
He's
Vince
doing those
Vaughn
commercials for Xfinity now, so you can maybe work that in.
All right. Anybody got anything?
You and Joe need to do like a podcast commercial like that Xfinity one.
Oh no, we should do what's that, Cameo?
No one would pay to
$1.99.
No one would pay.
Hey, boys, basketball tonight.
Oh, go.
Go Scouts.
Regionals tonight and the championship Friday.
I saw how that. So wait, the Scouts were what, the 3 seed or 7 seed? What was that?
Yeah, there's something like that, but it's a regional, so it's only 14.
Okay, so after the regionals, then it's sectionals and then state.
Yeah, it's the sectionals is the main thing, but there's sub regionals in there.
So you have to win the regional to even be invited.
You have to win to advance. Period.
Got it.
So hopefully by Saturday they've won when the show ends.
2 regional games tonight, and the winners play in the regional, and then they advance on into the sectional.
Got it.
Who are they playing on? Who are they playing Wednesday night?
Scouts play tonight. They play Antioch, and Grays Lake Central plays team from Chicago, Northside Prep, maybe. And then the winners play Friday, and then on to the sectionals. Girls made it to two games into the playoffs and got knocked out. They had a great season. So yeah, come out and support the Scouts.
In school,
Dance team won state.
33 years?
What's that?
How many years you been PA?
A long time.
Well, go to the plaque that Montgomery gave you and then add 3 years.
32.
32? Okay, I'm off by a year.
Been with the high school longer, but 32.
Susan, Philippe, Skoo, Jeff, Joe Weiss. Hopefully the internet will recover. Enjoy your Saturday, everybody. Take care. Bye. The Lake Forest Podcast is supported by viewers, listeners, and businesses just like you. Broker Michelle Parno has lived and worked in Lake Forest for over 2 decades. Michelle's lending experience, when combined with her real estate expertise, makes her an invaluable asset to her clients as they navigate their home buying or selling process. Call Michelle now at 847-528-8721, 847-528-8721. For the best cannabis in the world, look no further than Iliad Epic Grow. Owned by Lake Bluff's own Rich Ruzich, they are a cannabis cultivation center focusing on hard-to-find small batch products that will delight both the occasional user and ganjier. When visiting Michigan, ask for it by name. Epic Products, exceptional process. For more information, email info@iliadgrow.com. Laracy & Company CPAs, founded in 2010 by Lake Forest's own Brian Laracy, specializes in tax preparation and bookkeeping services. Earning the People Love Us on Yelp award, their process is straightforward. Just upload, review, and file. For a free quote, visit LaracyCPA.com now. That's LARISEYCPA.com. I'm excited to share with you something special from our Lake Forest community, the Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa, located at 775 North Bank Lane in Lake Forest near Wisconsin Avenue. This just isn't any spa. They offer an amazing blend of traditional spa services plus the added benefit of medical procedures and treatments. In a relaxing and luxurious spa environment, you can enjoy a range of cosmetic and aesthetic treatments. These are all performed under the supervision of top medical professionals. The Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa provides skin care, facial rejuvenation, body contouring, laser hair removal, Botox, dermal fillers, chemical peels, and much more. What's great is that each treatment is tailored not just to enhance your appearance, but also to address specific skin concerns and to promote overall well-being. So if you're looking to pamper yourself and take your beauty routine to the next level, give the Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa a call at 224-768-8028 or visit them at their location on North Bank Lane. It's an experience your skin will thank you for. We'd also like to say we're thankful for our Patreon supporters, Otto, John C., Helen, Herrick, JM, and Paul G.